It seems like you're talking slower. It seems like you're talking slower.
Seems like it's really gone downhill. Seems like it's really gone downhill.
It's funny. It seems like I know you. It's funny. It seems like I know you.
It seems like you might like it. It seems like you might like it.
Seems like a million years ago. Seems like a million years ago.
Seems like things are going well. Seems like things are going well.
Well, it seems like things are fine here. Well, it seems like things are fine here.
Seems like an emergency to me. Seems like an emergency to me.
Seems like yesterday, doesn't it? Seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
It seems like just yesterday. It seems like just yesterday.
It seems generally like unpleasant. It seems generally like unpleasant.
Yeah, it seems like it's working. Yeah, it seems like it's working.
But it seems like you're working again. But it seems like you're working again.
Seems like you're adapting very well. Seems like you're adapting very well.
But it seems like you're running from something. But it seems like you're running from something.
Seems like you're on top of everything. Seems like you're on top of everything.
Seems like something we should talk about. Seems like something we should talk about.
Seems like something we should investigate. Seems like something we should investigate.
Just seems like something's missing, doesn't it? Just seems like something's missing, doesn't it?
Seems like it works to me. Seems like it works to me.
The whole thing just seemed like a dream. The whole thing just seemed like a dream.
Your life might seem like a bad dream. Your life might seem like a bad dream.
She seems like fun.
She seems like fun.
Okay, that seems like fun. Okay, that seems like fun.
Well, she seems like a lot of fun. Well, she seems like a lot of fun.
Gosh, it seems like forever ago. Gosh, it seems like forever ago.
It seems like it's taken forever. It seems like it's taken forever.
He always seemed like kind of a weirdo. He always seemed like kind of a weirdo.
Seems like they're close to finding out the truth. Seems like they're close to finding out the truth.
Seems like they're getting along. Seems like they're getting along.
Not gonna lie, it seems like a stretch. Not gonna lie, it seems like a stretch.
Seems like a stretch. Seems like a stretch.
They seemed like liars. They seemed like liars.
But she seems like she likes it. But she seems like she likes it.
She don't want to seem like she's easy. She don't want to seem like she's easy. She seems like a good person. She seems like a good person.
You seem like a reasonable person. You seem like a reasonable person.
She seems like a nice lady, too. She seems like a nice lady, too.
Well, she seems like a nice girl. Well, she seems like a nice girl.
Seems like a good reason. Seems like a good reason.
That seems like a reasonable request. That seems like a reasonable request.
Why? He seems actually like a really reasonable guy. Why? He seems actually like a really reasonable guy.
He seemed like a really great guy. He seemed like a really great guy.
He seems like a really, respectable guy. He seems like a really, respectable guy.
He seems like a really passionate guy. He seems like a really passionate guy.
He seems like a cool guy. He seems like a cool guy.
Seems like a coincidence. Seems like a coincidence.
You know, it seems like more than a coincidence. You know, it seems like more than a coincidence.
It seems like a strange coincidence. It seems like a strange coincidence.
That seems like kind of a lot. That seems like kind of a lot.
Seems like they do that a lot. Seems like they do that a lot.
Well, it doesn't seem like nothing. Well, it doesn't seem like nothing.
Seems like Doc's available. Seems like Doc's available.
Seems like you really like him. Seems like you really like him.
Just seems like you're being really hard on him. Just seems like you're being really hard on him.
Doesn't really seem like you're putting it into consideration. Doesn't really seem like you're putting it into consideration.
Really? Doesn't seem like just somebody. Really? Doesn't seem like just somebody.
Just doesn't really seem like you mean it.
Yeah.
Just doesn't really seem like you mean it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like you. It doesn't really seem like you.
This doesn't really seem like you. This doesn't really seem like you.
Seems like you don't like me. Seems like you don't like me.
But it really doesn't seem like a big deal to me. But it really doesn't seem like a big deal to me.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the best idea. Yeah, that doesn't seem like the best idea.
That doesn't seem like a good idea. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
That seems like a bad plan. That seems like a bad plan.
That seems like a terrible, terrible idea. That seems like a terrible, terrible idea.
Kinda seems like your thing. Kinda seems like your thing. Kinda seems like you're asking me out. Kinda seems like you're asking me out.
It doesn't seem like enough. It doesn't seem like enough.
Oh, it seems like he knew you. Oh, it seems like he knew you.
Seemed like a great idea. Seemed like a great idea.
It all seems like magic. It all seems like magic.
They seem like nice girls. They seem like nice girls.
And they seem like such nice people otherwise. And they seem like such nice people otherwise.
He seems like such a nice young man. He seems like such a nice young man.
Seems like you found your dream, girl. Seems like you found your dream, girl.
They would seem like one of the major suspects. They would seem like one of the major suspects.
It seems like the perfect time. It seems like the perfect time.
One weekend seems like the perfect amount of time. One weekend seems like the perfect amount of time.
Now seems like the perfect time. Now seems like the perfect time.
Seems like an overreaction. Seems like an overreaction.
Seems like an overreaction. Seems like an overreaction.
You haven't seemed like yourself. You haven't seemed like yourself.
You haven't seemed like yourself since you called off the wedding. You haven't seemed like yourself since you called off the wedding.
Seems like she underestimated you. Seems like she underestimated you.
It seems like you remember now. It seems like you remember now.
Seems like everybody knows. Seems like everybody knows.
so it seems like they don't want to get married. Okay, so it seems like they don't want to get married.
It seems like they don't believe you. It seems like they don't believe you.
Seems like a good kid. Seems like a good kid.
Doesn't seem like much difference. Doesn't seem like much difference.
Doesn't seem like you age much. Doesn't seem like you age much.
He doesn't seem like much of a threat. He doesn't seem like much of a threat.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like much of a party. Yeah, this doesn't seem like much of a party.
Well, that doesn't seem like much of a crime. Well, that doesn't seem like much of a crime.
Yeah, seems like Dad's stalling. Yeah, seems like Dad's stalling.
Yeah, that seems like a good cause. Yeah, that seems like a good cause.
Seems like a little bit of overkill to me. Seems like a little bit of overkill to me.
Excellent.